It's Al Cole from CBS Radio, host of the syndicated talk show People of Distinction, cluing you in that in our 21st century, I'll tell you, products and services are sold through video. That's right, so sell it through video at Al Cole Enterprises and SAG 14 Production Company. You got it, and right now you got it too. Enjoy another outstanding audio clip from our international guest list featuring my son, the fantastic Benji Cole, on People of Distinction.
And on the line with us today, we have Kenneth Michael Plaisance. We'll be discussing his new book, The Argument, available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and also in Kindle format as well. And Kenneth was brought to People of Distinction today by some of the best movers in the business, Ingress Advertising Publishing. If you have a book that you'd like moved, move it through Ingress. You can find them at ingressadvertising.com. The book that we're going to discuss really revolves around an issue or an argument that has really been going on here in the States for a number of years. But what's so unique about Kenneth's book is it's going to take the argument, but from a different perspective, okay? And it's really going to be talking about equal rights. And I'm going to let Kenneth go into all the specifics because, listen, he's going to be able to explain this much better than I ever could. Let's jump right in. Give us a brief synopsis of your novel.
Well, it's a fiction based on a true story. I've taken a case all the way up to the United States Supreme Court, and the United States Supreme Court doesn't have to take it or doesn't have to allow you to argue. They can just deny the writ. So you take a writ after you've gone through the process through the lower courts, and then you can take a writ to the United States Supreme Court on the matters of right to privacy and equal protection of the law. So the storyline is I represented a DNA expert, and then he found some espionage, some serious espionage regarding DNA sampling in a laboratory, and I named it Labrador Incorporated, and it had some contracts with the United States government regarding DNA child support reports against men across the nation. So my client was trying to subpoena some records. And he was a DNA expert, and he was a quality control expert in laboratories. So he knew exactly what needed to be gotten from a laboratory. And his argument was they're not calibrating the machines, so there's some false positives. He says the DNA science is good, but they don't calibrate those machines, and they fail to give him a subpoena for the documents that he needed to really make the court aware that maybe the kid is not his, and that's basically what he was trying to do. And they put him in jail 4 times on contempt charges, and they didn't want him to get that information from that laboratory. That's the major argument of the book: the father's right to privacy, and then his equal protection is being violated as well.
Talk to our listening audience about your inspiration to embark upon this path as well.
Well, I've always wrote poetry. I mean, ever since I was 16. So writing is something that I like to do in terms of poetry. And so got another book, Seriously and Deliriously Still in Love with You, is the first book I really wrote, and that's just poetry. And so I'm a writer, and it starts from that perspective. Now with respect to the book, The Argument, like I said, I went through a personal and professional journey through this area. I mean, if it didn't happen, and I kind of think it's divine intervention that wanted me to do this, to give a different perspective. Because of course, if it doesn't happen to you, you say, oh, the guy is just doesn't want to pay his child support. He doesn't want to do this. He's just trying to get out of it. And that's not the case at all.
It's Al Cole from CBS Radio, host of the syndicated talk show People of Distinction, cluing you in that in our 21st century, I'll tell you, products and services are sold through video. That's right, so sell it through video at Al Cole Enterprises and SAG 14 Production Company. You got it, and look forward to enjoying other outstanding audio clips from our international guest list featuring my son, the fantastic Benji Cole, on People of Distinction.